fans, welcome to another session in the studio with me. I am doing a video to share some sounds from one of my favorite synthesizers of all time. It's the Prophet 600. Let me take you over there so you can have a look how I've set it up. And I thought today I would just do a session with you playing some sounds on the Prophet, clean to start. Just now we had it running through a bit of reverb from the specular tempos. To give you an impression of how this sounds, and actually knowing that there's one coming up from Behringer apparently in what is it? I've heard it's April of this year. That means that this is sort of becoming quite attainable, and would be interesting to see how it sounds compared to the original Prophet. So yeah, enough talk. Let's have a listen to it. So this will be just the Prophet. No effects. I'm going to start with the A oscillator, which is pitched up an octave higher than the B oscillator. So this is just the A oscillator square wave. Okay, let me take you an octave lower on the second oscillator, oscillator B. Bring in the A oscillator on top. So honestly, like for me, I don't even really notice that much that is a mono sound. But now let's bring in the reverb from the specular tempos. I'm using the spatium algorithm. So that's activated now. Let's have a listen to what that sounds like. So obviously this synth has a few different oscillator wave shapes. So right now we're listening to the sine and the square. Let's have a listen to the triangle. So it's called the triangle. Bring up the triangle above it. Shame that when you mix the oscillators you lose a bit of level, but that's easy to gain stage. We're talking about gain staging. Let me see if I can do that here quickly. Yeah, I'm going to bring it up a bit so when we have both oscillators running we have roughly the same level. what you get for buying one of the very early synthesizers that was sort of semi-digital and has MIDI, but you know what? I love it. Yeah, I mean, I haven't even gotten into all the poly mode and all the other things it can do here. I thought it would be interesting also to show you what it sounds like when it's being triggered from a step sequencer. So I've basically connected it to my little trusty BeatStep Pro here. Let's see how snappy this can get. It's not bad. Let's put this together with a kick so we get a bit of a feeling for how this would sound in a sequence. All right. It's a bit of a daft sequence. Let's try another one. Let me dial in a slightly different effect on this. What have we got? This is the one I'm looking for. So I've just dialed in a little bit of reverb with digital delay from the Specular Tempest to give this a little bit of a vibe. Maybe a bit. Let's see what it sounds like if we go a bit lower maybe also on it. That's very low, all right. That reverb off a bit here. So yeah, maybe just to point out that at the moment, where are we with this? My outboard processing is off. So obviously, you know, this would call for, you know, some compression and I don't know, maybe a little bit of cleaning up the low end so that it's just a little bit punchier. I wouldn't do anything with the highs. Maybe add a little bit of bass and maybe cut a little bit of that squeaking from the envelope not being set very well by me. Okay, and that's an insanely low frequency now for that to be playing at. But yeah, interesting, right? I think it's it's interesting to see what kind of vibes we can get from this guy. Let's try one more. oscillator. Now this is just oscillator A. Let me take you back here. This is only oscillator A, so the slightly higher pitch, it's an octave higher. This is triangle and sine. This is only triangle, only sine. Ooh, that's nice. Let's add in the square. Only the square. Yeah, so obviously if we add a little bit of outboard processing to it, a lot of interesting things start to happen. But so that this is how to say, a test that's interesting for you to know just what the P600 and I guess the P800 will have to see sounds like. Let me take this processing off again and just bring it down to a clean level. Okay, good, we're back to a clean level. But I mean, hey, still, it's still a great bass sound, right? You could do a lot with this in the computer. Let me gain this up a little bit. Yeah. But I would say, you know, of course, it's, how do you say? It's raison d'être. My French is horrible. What's the word? It's reason for existing. I mean, actually, it's doing better at pads than I was, at basses than I was expecting. But it's raison d'être. My French, please diss me for my French pronunciation, because I'm sure it's very bad. But the reason this thing exists, at least in my studio, let's put it that way, is actually for pads, obviously. Like, that is the thing that, that is just the most beautiful, immediately inspiring sound to my ears. So I've switched on the reverb again from the specular. Let's do a quick little session with a few more pad sounds, and then let's call it a night. Here we go. Ooh. Actually, you know what? I haven't shown you. It has an arpeggiator. That is actually very interesting. The onboard arpeggiator is very interesting. It can do a lot. I haven't gotten that deep into it really yet, but actually, yes, we were going to have a listen to a few more of its sort of wideish, paddish sounds. So let's have a listen. This to me now sounds like it crashed, or I did something wrong. Ah, here we go. to me. Sorry about that. All right. Yeah, I hope that this gives you an idea of what this synth can sound like, and yeah, what you can use it for. Really, everything from pads to basses to glitchy, beepy resonance sequences. It's a very, very interesting synth, and yeah, I think the original P600, it's still out there. You can still get these sort of at a semi-decent price. I'm pretty sure they're going to fall in value once the Behringer one comes out, if it's decent. But it's worth scouring the used market for, I think. And yeah, once the Behringer one is out there, it may very much be worth checking it. And I'll see if I can get hold of one when it does, and do an A/B comparison against the old one. But I think this, yeah, this hopefully gives you a little bit of an idea. All right, that's it from me in the studio tonight. I hope you have a great Sunday evening, what's left of it, and see you on the next one. Bye-bye.